A good evening to you, and thanks for joining us on the evening news at ABS. My name is Ifunaya Amafili, and our stories trending for this evening: Governor Obiano directs contractors handling road projects to cancel Christmas break to cover more grounds. More stakeholders commend Governor Obiano on effective security infrastructure. Troops arrest 2 suspected suicide bombers in Borno State. And on the foreign scene, 11 migrants found dead in a boat in Spain. And we'll start with the news in details. Governor Obiano has directed all contractors handling road projects in the state to cancel their Christmas break so as to cover more grounds in their road work. The Commissioner for Works, Engineer Marcel Ifejiofo, made this known while inspecting road projects across Anambra South Senatorial District. And we'll join our correspondent, Chibuzo Okoye, who completes the story.
Roads inspected by Commissioner Ifejiofo and his team were a 21.25-kilometer Obunka Ajalu Fumano-Fija Road, a 3.5-kilometer Abe-Hulobi Kenga Road, a 4.8-kilometer Nnamdi Azikiwe University College of Health Sciences, Okofia Road, Nnewi. Others were a 7-kilometer Eziala Ihuowero Sumohu Road, as well as an 11.6-kilometer Iseke Mbosi Azia Upo Road. According to Engineer Ifejiofo, Governor Obiano's directive is to ensure that work is moving in earnest in all the roads in the state. The commissioner said the governor is desirous of seeing the Anambra and other residents of the state enjoy adequate security and peace in the state. The commissioner expressed satisfaction with the level of work done by the contractors handling all the roads visited and urged them to always adhere to the specifications and standards, as government will not hesitate to reprimand any contractor that defaulted, even as he appealed to the residents of the state not to burn tires or construct unnecessary bombs on the roads in order not to shorten its lifespan.
We are ready for asphalting. That's what we just discussed with the project manager here. We are starting asphalting as quickly as possible because it is ongoing, the earthwork is ongoing, but we need to get what we have done. We need to secure it so that even when the rain comes, we are sure that we've secured it. So that's what we are doing. But that won't stop the earth filling and the drain, but we are going to start asphalting from Obunka now coming.
The project manager handling the Obunka, Ajale Ufumano-Feja Road, Mr. Freddy Klein, and his counterpart handling the Nnamdi Azikiwe College of Health Sciences, Okofia Road, Nnewi, Jackson Mercy Ofije, assured that they will not compromise standard and will deliver their job on time.
So there's roughly about 5 kilometers of road that can be asphalted. We will start preparing everything to do asphalting of that 5 kilometers to secure the road and make it safe so that the people of Bunka coming this way will be having a good service road.
We've been able to cover more than half.
The President General of Asia, Chief Ken Madako, and an indigene of Osumowu, Engineer Emeka Okoye, thanked Governor Willie Obiano for his good works in the state.
I'm very happy. You can see that our faces are bright. If we are not happy, our faces will not be happy. Very happy.
We have always been APGA, and we continue to be APGA. We continue to support His Excellency Chief Willie Obiano 100%. We vote for him 200%.
If possible. It's been Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
More stakeholders in the state have continued to commend Governor Willie Obiano for sustaining the state's effective security infrastructure. Speaking in Oka, a community leader, Chief David Udemba, noted that the governor had expended huge resources in empowering security agencies in the fight against crime and criminality. Chief Udemba noted that the recent mass arrest of suspected cultists and other suspects across the state is a testimony that the governor's security architecture is yielding the desired dividends. He commended the security agencies for being alive to their responsibilities. In his reaction, a trader, Sir Gabriel Uzochukwu, noted that the effective security network across the state has continued to attract investors and has remarkable increased volume and tempo of socio-economic activities. Sir Gabriel observed that the street lighting project has also enhanced security and restored nightlife across the state. It will be recalled that the State Police Command, through its Special Anti-Cultism Squad, has arrested 135 suspected cultists from various parts of the state. According to a statement endorsed by the State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Haruna Mohammed, the unit equally recovered some exhibits from the raid, including 4 machetes, some quantities of dried leaves suspected to be Indian hemp, 2 axes, 2 daggers, and native charms of different categories. It stated that following the intelligence reports, police detectives attached to the Central Police Station Onitsha arrested suspects who allegedly lured one 35-year-old gold gift into a hotel and killed her after having unlawful carnal knowledge with the victim. While preliminary investigation further revealed that the victim was later taken by the hotel staff and dumped at BSMG roundabout Onitsha without informing the police. The statement said consequently 3 of the hotel staff, including the manager, one Mr. Ekene Gabriel of Onitsha, the barman, one Tom Bishop Emmanuel, and the gatesman, one Arume Ifeanyi Godwin, were also arrested, and the case was under investigation, after which the suspects will be charged to court for prosecution. The command implores the public to report any suspicious persons or movements to the nearest police stations or call police emergency number 070-391-94332 for prompt response. Poor sanitation has been identified as one of the major causes of typhoid, malaria, and dysentery. This observation was made by Mrs. Oluchin Wankwo, the sanitation officer of Anambra State Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, RUWASA, during a one-day local government area wash clinic and review session held in collaboration with UNICEF at Idemili South local government area. Ushi has details on this.
Urged the people to always keep their surroundings clean and ensure proper disposal of waste materials. She stressed the need for regular hand washing and promotion of hygiene in families.
This is a reformed program. In UNICEF West, no the wrong one, email from top bottom. Like I explained, bottom top. Can they find or where they
Also speaking, the program monitoring officer of RUWASA, Mr. Andy Wanze, said the wash clinic and review session was to sensitize the people at the community level on the importance of community-led total sanitation and also to ascertain the challenges of the wash programs in their various communities, noting that these will eventually lead to poverty eradication and healthy living. On his part, the state wash consultant, Mr. Clement Chibo, noted that the importance of community-led total sanitation was to encourage the communities to realize the need for sensitization and being in forefront of the exercise, noting that the government of Anambra State has a vision of making the state's #1 investment destination, pointing out that no investor will come to invest in a polluted environment.
They can see legacy na wash com. Makoro na wash com adero. Ufodo nimi atu ezigbo atumato ala atupụta ma ihe ala tie gasi. Onwe ike gwa manta aka. Omana alusi ọrụ ma ọ gasa.
A participant, Mr. Moses Obidigwe, noted that night activities was part of the major causes of dirty environment. In Idemili, Ushe reporting for ABS News.
Now, as the 2019 elections draws closer, the National Orientation Agency, NOA, has called for active participation of the citizenry in the electoral process. The agency gave the charge during a one-day public voter education at the Palace of the Traditional Ruler of Nnewi. And our correspondent, Blessing Uchendu, attended the sensitization program and now completes the report.
Speaking during the program, the State Director of NUA, Barrister Charles Nwoji, said the program was to enlighten the electorate on their civil and constitutional responsibilities of contributing towards actualizing credible elections next year, as political activities are gathering momentum and against the backdrop of reports of voter apathy in the state in previous elections. Barrister Nwoji added that sustained awareness programs will also encourage the people to turn out en masse to vote, increase participation in the electoral process, and drastically reduce vote buying and selling.
If you're not registered, don't think of participating in the election. You are not going to vote. No one at the register will participate. It is your responsibility. It's a civic responsibility.
The traditional ruler of Nnewi, Igwe Kenneth Orizu, in his speech, described the sensitization program of the NUA as apt, especially at a period when the country is passing through challenging circumstances, promising that his leadership will give its support to the agency's mobilization and sensitization programs in the area, and prayed for free, fair, and credible elections come 2019. Earlier in his speech, the INEC electoral officer, Nnewi North Local Government Area, Barrister Emmanuel Oweta, who spoke on the topic, critical voter information for active participation in the 2019 general election, urged the participants to get their voter cards handy as a weapon to enthrone credible candidates in the forthcoming elections.
Take a part. So decide there the future of our tomorrow. So we decide there, ndo ya understand na various levels.
Our guest speaker, Mr. Hobart Oragwe, who spoke on promoting a clean political culture in Anambra State, noted that people chose their leaders and representatives through transparent electoral processes to represent their interests without compromise.
We deceive ourselves. That is the right thing to do.
The Enlightenment Program attracted members of the NUA, Igwe's cabinet, President General of Nnewi North communities, women leaders, and youths. From Nnewi North Council area, Blessing Uchendo, ABS News.
We'll go for a short break now, but do stay with us because we have more news for you on the local and international scene.
Season's greetings in the Anambra. I wish us all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Chief Willie Obiano Abokwodike, Governor of Anambra State.
Thanks for staying with us and moving over to the national scene. Troops of Operation Lafia Dole have apprehended 2 female suicide bombers in Mushemiri village in Konduga local government area of Borno State. The army said that the suspected suicide bomber and her accomplice were arrested while attempting to infiltrate the 222 battalion defensive locations. It said that the improvised explosive devices vest strapped to her body was diffused, adding that investigation is still in progress. The Board of Directors of the Anambra Broadcasting Service has commended 2 staffs of the establishment, Mr. Roy Ekunife and Ms. Sandra Akpa, for the awards they won recently. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Uche Nwora, presented the message on behalf of the board shortly after the awardees were presented to the ABS Board of Management. And we'll join AGK Abana for the rest of the detail.
Mr. Roy Ekwunife won the Southeast Broadcaster of the Year 2018 by the Southeast Actors Guild of Nigeria, while Ms. Sandra Akpa won the Radio Personality of the Year award, powered by the Nigeria Achievers Awards. Congratulating the duo, Mr. Nwora commended them for making themselves, the station and the state proud, as he expressed optimism that it will spur them to become more dedicated to their duties. Mr. Nwora called on the staff of the establishment to strive to do their best and win awards, promising that the station is always ready to support hard work, adding that the breakthroughs recorded in the station and indeed everywhere in the state is as a result of Governor Willie Obiano's commitment to good governance.
It's a continuation of excellence that ABS is known for. Of course, we know that since 3-4 years now that we started this digitalization journey, powered by His Excellency Governor Willie Obiano, the staff of ABS have really taken on that challenge.
The Director of Programs, Mrs. Kate I.G. Okeke, who pilots the department the duo work under, thanked God for the awards, asking them to surpass their work tempo.
ABS is happy, but I can say that I am happier because they are under my department. Yeah. And I say congratulations to them. Thank you. I want to also tell them that the awards they have received is something that will spur them on, should spur them on to work harder.
In response, Mr. Roy Ekwunife and Ms. Sandra Akpa pledged to do more in order to win more awards.
Whom much is given, much is expected. And then having honored us today, we promise to work harder, to win more accolades for ourselves and for the state. And for the state.
Thank you to the MD CEO, Anambra Broadcasting Service, and every member of the management board. So I want to say thank you. I feel so good about this, and I promise to do better and go higher. Thank you so much.
From the ABS corporate headquarters, Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
The All Saints Choir of St. Joseph the Walker Catholic Parish in Nnamdi Azikiwe University temporary site, Oka, has held its annual festival of 9 lessons and carols. ABS correspondent Ngozi Obileri reports.
The voices of the host choir and invited choristers rented the air with angelic tunes. The 9 lessons were delivered respectively by dignitaries, among whom were a member of Board of Directors of the Anambra Broadcasting Service, Mr. Marcel Manafa, the State Accountant General, Mr. Hilary Obigwe, and former Chief Press Secretary to former Governor Peter Obi, Mr. Mike Oda, among others. In his Christmas message, the parish priest of the church, Reverend Father Nnemeka Ezokeke, charged Christians to be prepared to receive Christ and allow him to take charge of their lives. Reverend Father Ezokeke reminded the faithful of the need to amend their ways, live in peace with one another to inherit the kingdom of God.
My dear friends in Christ, may the Lord enable us to key into the highest ideals of the season of Christmas and with us make them more realizable.
In an interview, the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dr. Ujunwogu, commended the various choir groups that performed at the event, adding that the event notified people of the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Well, it's quite significant because we are talking about the life and times of Jesus Christ. Because we are looking forward to the coming of Jesus Christ on the 25th of December. So this carol is heralding the coming of Jesus Christ and telling the story of the coming of Jesus Christ.
In their separate speeches, the Vice Chairman of the Parish Council, Sir Vincent Otiba, and the Secretary, Mr. Uche Ezenwile, appreciated the choristers for entertaining members of the parish with melodious songs, praying God to bless them. The President of the All Saints Choir, St. Joseph Parish, Mr. Olisa Maduka, thanked all who honored their invitation and appreciated all the priests in the parish, including Reverend Father Basil Uchonye, Reverend Father Kilian Ike, and the former chaplain of the parish, Reverend Father Christian Umojilin Naka, for their support.
Our Vice Chairman, Parish Council, everybody, choir master, music team, chorus, members of All Saints Choir, thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you. We are going to meet by the grace of God by the year 2019 for another edition. Thank you very much.
From St. Joseph Parish, Oka, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
Moving over to the foreign scene, 11 migrants have been found dead in a boat in a sea off the southern Spain, along with 33 survivors, the Spanish Coast Guard said. A Coast Guard spokeswoman told newsmen that rescuers had taken the migrants who came from sub-Saharan Africa to the Spanish port of Almeria. She said rescue services had been searching for the boat for 2 days in the sea between Spain's southern Andalusia region and the north of Morocco. There was no indication that minors were among the dead or the survivors. The Coast Guard is searching for 3 other boats in the same area, each with between 50 and 55 migrants on board. Spain has become one of the main points of entry into Europe for irregular migration ahead of Greece and Italy. And for our sports news today, Nigeria retains its 44th place in the latest FIFA rankings released on Thursday, as well as the 4th place on the African ranking. Belgium will end the year as number 1 ahead of world champions France in the global ranking released by FIFA on Thursday. Belgium, beaten by France in the World Cup semi-finals, edged Didier Deschamps' team by 1 ranking point. The governing body of the world football also noted that Europe and Asia had gained top 50 places at the expense of Africa. Europe has 31, an increase of 2. Asia is up 1 to 3, and Africa is down 3 to 5 top 50 representatives. Now, don't forget that you can follow our news and programs on ABS from any part of the world simply by logging on to our website, which is www.absradiotv.com, or like us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television, or follow us on our Twitter and Instagram handle at ABS Radio TV. Now we'll go through our main points for this evening. Governor Obiano has directed contractors handling road projects to cancel Christmas break to cover more grounds. More stakeholders have commended Governor Obiano on effective security infrastructure. Troops have arrested 2 suspected suicide bombers in Borno State, and on the foreign scene, 11 migrants have been found dead in a boat in Spain. And with that, we'll wrap up the news this evening. Many thanks for being with us. My name is Ifunanya Amafili. Do have a pleasant evening.